would like to see a guy who's sincere. I would like to see a guy who cares about the players. Hopefully he knows what he's doing.
I would just tell you that we're going to have a lot of great candidates. This is, as I said earlier in my opening, this is the best job in college hockey, primarily because of what Jackson Inwood built here. And our hope is to, for the next guy to come in and to take it to a different place, build off the foundation that Jack's built.
Scott?
Scott McLaughlin, College Hockey News. Jack, is there anything that you wish you'd done differently, or any chances you wish you had taken, maybe taking a shot in the NHL or something like that?
No. When I was third year coach here, I was upset that BU wasn't giving me the raise I wanted. And the Yale job opened up. And Con Causa, the famous football coach at AD, called me and asked me if I'd be interested. Yeah, why not? And I got on the road to go to the interview. And I realized, what a sham this is. I love BU, you know? So I was in, I'll never forget it. They pulled over to the Ashford motel, and then on the way down to New Haven. And I called, I said, hey, I can't come down and see you. This is, you know, frankly, the only reason I come down and get a raise from BU, and it wouldn't be fair to you. So I knew very early on that this was the job for me. I always tell people I'd like to have taken the Bruins job the first year for the first day anyway, just to see what the paycheck looked like, you know. I had two different offers with the Bruins. They were great to me. I never thought about, I seriously thought about the Bruins job because it was an easy one to do, you know. Little Jackie Parker from Somerville becomes the Boston Bruins coach. That'd be pretty cool, you know. But I kept telling myself, think beyond the press conference, get your ego out of the way. And when I told Harry I wasn't taking the job, he said, I knew you wouldn't take it. I said, what are you talking about? It was like a 5-day ordeal, you know, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, I would imagine that when you're walking around BU, people say, hey, how's it going, coach? And former players come in and say, oh, that never happens here. He said. So it was a different world, and I don't think I would have survived in that world.
Jack, was the Travis Roy moment probably the biggest growing moment of your career, and how did that impact your coaching career and you as a person?
I don't know if it was a growing moment, it was a profound moment in my life, what happened, how it happened. I already mentioned about the reaction to what happened. It was fabulous. I always, I have a great relationship with all my players. I'm closest to Travis than any one of my players. He played the least amount of moments for me. I talked to him today. He's in Florida. He just got off a cruise. He's in Florida with his parents. He couldn't come out, but I'll see him. He's coming home tomorrow. I'm going to dinner with him on Thursday. I see him quite a bit. He's a fabulous ambassador of this university. He's a fabulous example of getting over adversity. I had one of my players have a severe injury, and we were commiserating outside and between periods because he was already dressed and out of the shower. And I said to him, the only thing I can tell you, this is awful, and it's awful for you. You're not Travis Roy. You're all right. That was a turning point in my life. I'm really close to him and his family, and always will be. And he's really close to my family.
Joe. Jack, congratulations.
Thank you. Joe, thank you for the nice remarks last night.
Come on, man, you earned every one. I got a few more for you later, all right? Anyone who knows you and knows your players, former players, knows there's a big part of you in every one of those guys. From going back to when I was in school here, going back further, even these kids next to you right now. What is the one thing that you hope as you step away from this program and all these sons that you've had, hundreds and hundreds of them, what's the one characteristic you hope that they carry with them for the rest of their lives as a former BU hockey player and a former player of Jack Parker?
Care about people you're around. I hope we cared about them and they cared about me, I know that. So just continue that. Care about the people that are around you. That's the most important thing.
Any more? Andy again.
Jack, the 2009 team was such, you know, an amazing group, and it was lightning in a bottle to have a team do what they did. Looking back, did that maybe kind of start this process for you, that you're not going to get a lot of teams like that throughout your career, that you won't have a lot more chances like that?
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think that, you know, I could have said that in '95, you know, I could have said that in '78. You don't really coach for the outcome, you coach in the process. You hope the kids do the same thing, they're playing for the process. And some of my best teams never won a national championship, some of the best who gave us their best effort. That was a talented team, and that was, you know, it was lightning in the bottle that day. It would have been a sin if we didn't win, because we were the best team from start to finish that year. It wasn't like we came on, but we were caught, you know, late in the game in bad shape. But that team would have been difficult. It would have been hard if we didn't win that game, I'll tell you, because we were the best team. But I've had some other great teams. And, I was talking to Keith Kitchuk this morning, and I said, your team might have been the greatest team not to win the national tournament. It's always the greatest team, even though we didn't win the national tournament. And you might be right, because they had the most guys in the I think they had 9 guys in the NHL on that team. No, I don't think it didn't dawn on me, although one of my great friends in coaching, Timmy Taylor, said to me the next year, "Gee, I thought you'd retire after you won the national championship." But we're not doing this for just to win the national championship. A lot of people would be very disappointed in their careers, in themselves, if the only way they get satisfaction is to win a national championship.
Yep.
Jack, you talked about young coaches earlier. As a guy that started young, do you enjoy seeing the success of guys like Dave Newman and Norm Bates and young coaches kind of taking programs up?
Except against us. I think that, you know, there's an awful lot of great coaches, young coaches coming up. I think that there's an awful lot of great coaches in the NHL and the American Hockey League. And, the coaching, I always tell people that no position in any sport has made the jump bigger in getting perform better at that position than goaltending has in the last 15 years. The technical way they play is completely different. The size of the kids, the equipment, it's all different. And I think along those lines, I don't think any sport has had the jump, especially at the professional level, but even at our level, in the high school level, has had the jump of, there's so many more guys that are in tune to being great coaches and really in tune to get the most, that have dedicated themselves to get the most out of their team and doing it all the right way. So I think that the coaching of hockey at the highest levels is the best it's ever been. I think the coaching of hockey at the lowest levels is the worst it's ever been. That's for another day.
Nancy?
I just wondered what your relationship with Jerry, going back so many years, what was his reaction when you told him that you were going to step in?
I didn't tell any coaches. I had a conference call this morning after it was all out. We were on a conference call about the All-Star team, and they all made comments to me. And when I got back in the office, Jerry called me and let me know and said, you know, excuse me, I did call one coach. I did call Dick Murray. I talked to him last night. But I didn't want, you know, they were going to find out what they found out. I didn't want to go through all that. I did call out of, and I missed all the people that I should have called. I thought I really had time Sunday night and Monday morning with this, so they said, get out real quick.
Yeah. Well, when did you plan on announcing it? What time did you plan on doing it today, or at the end?
Oh no, this was already planned to do it today. I had planned on meeting with the team this afternoon and telling them, but then I realized I got a little word that there was some undercurrents of some, so I didn't want the team to find out before. I didn't want them to find out from anybody but me, so I told the team, and I don't think the team did. I think I told them we wanted to have a couple of former players here, so we had a couple of assistants call a couple of former players, and I think they might have decided, well, we're going to get some more former players. Because there was an awful lot of former players here. We didn't call them all. So I think maybe that had something to do with it. Or maybe, who knows? Maybe there's a rat among us.
So many NHL players, Bean Pots, national championships, Hockey East, everything that we've talked about. We could go on and on, but can you distill it down to what you're the most proud of in your time here?
Well, I think that, one of the good things that came out of the task force was the fact that the task force knew they didn't know anything about NCAA rules, so the university hired NCAA experts to come in and look at our program. And my own president said to me, Jack, I'll tell you something, there's not a school in the country that could have gone through this. We had one secondary violation that happened 4 years ago. So I'm very proud that myself and my assistant coaches over a long period of time have been willing to try to abide by the NCAA rules. And they're difficult to abide by sometimes. You can make a mistake once in a while. But I think we've run a clean program all these years, and I think that's something I'm proud of. But it all bears in comparison to. I'm proud of every one of their players, proud of what they've accomplished here, what they go through. This is a hard thing to do. To be a student athlete at any level, especially at this level, it's like being a student and having a full-time job. And there's a lot of pressure to hold up the tradition of this program. It's a very difficult thing for these kids to go through. Everybody thinks they want to do it, everybody thinks they're ready to do it, but it's tough. And I think that over the year, I see my first three captains are here, Eddie Walsh, Vic Standard, and Peter Brown. They were the same then. It doesn't matter. They all, I'm really proud of how they handled themselves here, and then how they handled themselves when they left here.
Jack, being that you'll still be around, what involvement, if
God
any,
willing.
around the building, I mean, of course, what involvement will you have in the hockey program? Will you help recruiting? Will you help, you're having some players?
I won't be around the building except to bring my grandchildren to the games. The new coach does not need me to look over his shoulder and cast a big shadow in the building. And I'll come to the games and I'll enjoy the games. I think my wife will enjoy them much more now than she ever has. I know my daughter, it's funny, it dawned on me last week that my daughters have never known me to be anything else but to be a hockey coach. So they live and die with their games. They get aggravated when they read the paper on Tuesday mornings or Sunday mornings or whatever. So I think it'll be a relief for the whole family to but my role will not be involved with other than hopefully we pick the right guy. But other than that, let him coach. I will not be between periods down telling him you're not playing this guy.
Any more questions? Okay.